your journey through sobriety, which is like almost 4 years now, right?
Almost, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What was that like? And what was alcoholism and these difficulties that you were experiencing? What was it solving for you?
All right, buckle up.
Here
Are
we
you
go.
ready? Um, I think a lot of people assume my drinking escalated because I'm a Hollywood actress, right? Like, it sounds like such a cliche, but I was struggling well before I had any sort of fame or success. Like, I was living on my own quite young and growing up quickly and booked Pretty Little Liars and started finding success and was on top of the world, and I had everything I thought I wanted, and I wasn't happy. I wasn't as fulfilled as I thought I would be. And so I think initially alcohol was fun for me because it shut off my brain, and then it just progressively got darker and worse and worse. And I went through many phases of trying to get help, um, many phases. I mean, and this is spanning the course of like 12 years, because it got to a point many times in my 20s where it was a little bit dangerous. And I had a couple of wake up calls where I was like, I feel like I need to change my life, but I just wasn't ready. And I wasn't ready to give it up. I wasn't ready to give up this friend I found in alcohol.
Mhm.
Because I knew that if I got sober, it wasn't even really giving up alcohol. It was that I was going to have to finally confront myself and confront things that really brought a lot of pain. I was going to have to confront my pain essentially. And yeah, I mean, alcohol is sneaky, I think, for a lot of people. I mean, it's everywhere. It's a lot of people can drink moderately and socially and normally. And I always want to make it clear, like, alcohol is not the problem. Alcohol was my solution to my problem. And um until it wasn't, until I realized, almost 4 years ago, I hit a really big low and I knew I was going to die. I mean, very simply put, like, I knew if I didn't change my life, not only was I going to lose everything, like, that was obvious to me. I had already started to lose things and I had projected my pain onto other people for so long. Um, I always had awareness of how bad my drinking was. Like, I was never naive to it. I just didn't want to stop because I didn't want to face myself. Um, but I really, I look back at my younger self and it could have gone a lot worse. And I know I really was doing my best, even when it looked really bad and looked really chaotic and it was so painful. Like, I didn't even, there were like mornings I was like, how do I actually get through the day? I would just be paralyzed with anxiety and depression. Um, but I did it. And, I know that that's not just because of me. I know I've had support from my whole team up there. I definitely didn't get through it by myself. And, the people in my life as well have been such pillars of strength for
Mhm.
me. This is the right space to talk about it. I like heard a voice in my head, and which I guess was God or my higher self or, my angels, whatever. And I heard you were giving you another choice, because there were so many moments when I truly didn't know how I was coming out of these situations okay. Um, and I heard that voice. I got home, I started a program, and I stuck to it, and I never looked back. And when I tell you, I've never even thought about drinking again. And it doesn't mean I don't work at it. It doesn't mean that I've like bypassed my pain. I've really had to take a good look at myself and the things I've been through and my patterns, and I dove in. I dove in. But because of, it's almost like there was a spiritual exchange where I was like, okay, I'm going to change my life around. It's almost like the need for alcohol went away.
Mm.
I've never even I haven't even been close to drinking again, and that to me is a miracle. It's a miracle because I had relapsed hundreds of times, hundreds of times. And so it didn't make sense to me that like physiologically that could just shift, which is great. It's been a great trade-off.
So do you just attribute that to like the right time, the right place when it needed to happen? Because
Mhm.
like the peaks and troughs, the ups and downs of people like battling their own addictions, for whatever reason, like there was that moment when you actually were able to make the difference. And
Yeah, I think I was just ready. I
yeah.
think I was finally ready. And, I know a lot of people who've gotten sober the first time and they've been sober 20 years, and that's amazing. Like, that is possible. But a lot of people I know, relapse is a huge part of their story. And I think that it's important for anyone that's listening that is dealing with this, like my relapse has actually made me a lot stronger. Like I remember when it would happen in my early 20s and I would just be like drowning in shame that I had, gone down this path again. But then now I look back at each of those moments and it just like gave me so much resilience. Like I feel like now, because of all of that, I feel like anything could come my way and I know I could handle it. And I know that I can handle it sober and clear headed. And also, sobriety to me isn't just about substance. Sobriety is like owning your shit. It's like emotionally going deep, it's holding yourself accountable. It is like in certain programs, they say like cleaning up your side of the street. It's really like knowing who to apologize to. It's like fact checking your life every day and going, okay, how can I try this better tomorrow? And it's taught me a lot about self-compassion and self-love and self-respect. So I don't even really like to use the word sober because there's so much that comes along with that as well, and I don't love labels these days. I feel like they can be really limiting. I just choose not to drink alcohol or take drugs because I wanna feel my best. I wanna show up my best every single day. I want to fulfill my purpose, and I just have so much more there's so much more meaning in my life now, and I wouldn't give that up for anything.